Hi, I'm new to this channel. Um, Please click on the link and subscribe to my page. I'm going live um, because I want to discuss the Zyyiah Harris case. I am very, very bothered by this whole situation with this child because, for one, her body has not been found, and two, the time period of when she was being essayed by Jarvis Butts. It seems as though the people um, involved in this case, such as her aunt, her grandmother, and just family in general, is not concerned with her being found. I really want to talk about this case and share my thoughts and my own opinions about this case because I am a victim myself and I was Zyyiah Harris. Um, Years ago, I was in her shoes, but the only difference between me and Zyyiah is because I opened my mouth and I went and told. I want to share light about essay within children. I also want to bring awareness to this situation because it's something that's swept under the rug. And it happens a lot in families, in our Black community. And I've been seeing a lot of cases where a lot of young girls are essayed and they eventually end up dead. Um, First and foremost, I would like to mention that these mothers need to take some accountability and they need to be held accountable because there is no way that this woman dated this man knowing that he has a history with touching little girls, had him around this child. She should be held responsible. Yes, I do agree. She needs to be held responsible along with the grandmother. Um, I can't even, this is not my child, and I can't even rest knowing that she's somewhere out there and she hasn't been found. And I'm deeply bothered by this case because this could have been my child. I would like to also mention that um, this man, how can these women date him knowing that he had this type of history with grooming and touching little kids, on top of that his own children? How can you guys date a man like that? I'm just really, really wanting to know the answer to my own question. Like, how can you guys date a man that has a history with touching little girls? Me personally, he wouldn't have been around my kids. He wouldn't have been, and he wouldn't have been in my face. We have to make better decisions when it comes to dating because the innocent suffers and more kids are going to go in the ground if you guys don't start making better decisions with the men that you choose to have around your children. This case is beyond disturbing, and this is not even my situation or my daughter, but I'm bothered and triggered because this could have been prevented. Have the aunt have basically made a better decision. On top of that, you laid up and have 5 kids with this man, knowing that he has a past history of touching little girls. How can you proudly say this is my baby daddy? This is I I'm disgusted. As a mom, I'm a mother myself and I'm disgusted. And I really pray that justice is served. I will be following this case. I will be making more videos. I'm praying for an update that this young lady is found and she's laid to rest. She deserves that. I can tell watching the court hearings and just watching everybody testify that they did not care about her. She didn't stand a chance. And I pray that Jarvis never gets out of jail. He needs to be kept incarcerated because he's definitely a serial child rapist. This is unacceptable on so many levels. This could have been prevented. He shouldn't even been around her. He's a registered sex offender. He should have not been around any of the kids. Not to mention that he's been doing this to his own kids. Why was he even around her? Why would you send your kids to a shop to be around a known sex offender? Everybody needs to be held uh, um, accounted for this young lady's death because everybody failed her. Everybody, from the grandma to the auntie, the mom, the dad, everybody, the school, everybody failed her. And it's not sitting well with me that she's somewhere dead. We don't know where her body is. She just out there somewhere, laying in a ditch, water, we don't know. And it seems as though nobody is trying to look for her. I pray that the justice system is definitely served on her behalf because she did not deserve this. She didn't deserve what happened to her. She deserves so much better, and you guys just disregarded her like she was nothing. And I pray that Jarvis gets what's coming to him because he has a history of touching little girls. Before somebody else child end up like Zyyiah, he needs to stay incarcerated. He should have never even been released from prison the first time. Because one thing I know about these sexual predators is that they cannot be rehabilitated. It's a sickness. It stays with them. They gonna once they start touching and grooming, they're gonna keep doing it. You can't rehabilitate them type of people. Why keep bringing kids around these type of people? That's what I can't seem to understand. Why keep bringing children around these type of people, putting your kids, nieces, these kids in general in danger? And you guys know that they have a history of this. Why keep putting your kids in danger? Ain't that much love in the world? Them type of people cannot be rehabilitated. They're sick. It's a sickness that cannot be cured. That's why they have to register as a sex offender. So you guys will know what type you're dealing with. And the legal system needs to really crack down on these sex offenders because this is not the only case that I heard of a man getting out and doing it again. They need to really keep a tight fist on these type of people because this is sickening. It's a sickening, and it's gonna be more cases of this if we do not be careful. We need to protect our children. This is the same situation with the Zara Scrubs, Madeline Cunningham. Um, this is just case after case after case after case after case, and these parents need to be held responsible. I pray that charges are brought upon the auntie, the grandmother, everybody that knew that this man had this type of history, and she still chose to have him around kids. You put your kids in danger when you know that these men are sick and you still bring them around them. Like, you're putting your own kids in danger. I don't think you guys know the severity of how dangerous these men can be. They don't just groom and touch, they end up killing these kids. They are sick. These are predators, child predators. This needs to be taken seriously, and this needs to be talked about, and we need to start coaching our young children on how to start telling. Tell. Don't just be quiet. Don't be hush mode. Go tell a adult. We need to start teaching our kids to start talking. Every day I have a conversation with my child. I let her know if somebody touch you in the wrong place, or if someone do anything inappropriate, you let me in, or anybody, you let an adult know. We have to start protecting our kids. This is like case after case after case. I'm seeing too many cases of this, and it's sickening. Women, we need to do better when it comes to dating. You can't just have your kids around anybody. You can't. It's okay to be alone. You can't just you sacrificing your kids when you bringing these type of monsters around. And the signs are there. I don't want to hear, oh, I didn't know. You know. You have to pay attention and see the signs. The signs are very visible. And how I know is because I'm a victim. I never talked about it. I never went live or discussed my situation, but I'm a victim myself. And when I was young and was essayed by somebody in my family, it went on for a little small period of time, but I was brave enough to go tell. And a lot happened. Of course, when I told, a lot of stuff happened. A lot of people turned against me. A lot of people didn't believe me. A lot of people called me a liar, but I told, and I don't regret it. I told, and I needed to tell, or else I would have been Zyyiah Harris. I'd have been in the same situation. I told and I stopped it. And it hurts. It's not a good situation to be in. And I went through a lot, being separated from my family, having to go stay in group homes, live with other people, strangers, but I was kept safe. I was safe. I didn't have to keep going through it. I kept, every time that man came in contact with me, I opened my mouth and I told, I fought, because I was not going to keep letting him um, groom me. I was not going to keep letting him groom me and keep doing what he was doing. And I went and I told the police, my teacher, I told everybody. I told everybody. And to this day, I do not regret it. I want to say that this case has me on the edge. One, because her body has not been found. This been going on for 2 years. He been essaying her since she was 12. And I just find it hard to believe that nobody knew about it. Nobody knew. You have to start paying attention to your children. You have to. We have to start making better decisions because this is disgusting on so many levels. I don't even have the words. I don't even know what to say because I've been following this case and just this baby didn't stand a chance. Everybody in her life failed her. Her life was cut too short because everybody around her made bad decisions. How can you let a known pedophile be around your kids, yet alone have kids with him? I feel sorry for his children. This is sickening. This has to stop. This has to stop. This is case after case after case after case. Too many young girls is going in the ground. This has to stop. My only wish, my prayer is to find her and lay her to rest the proper way. She deserves that. She's a child. That's somebody's baby out there. She just it's not even sitting well with me. She needs to be found. People need to start talking. If you know, talk. Find her and lay her to rest. I just pray that, my message is heard, and I pray that women open their eyes. Especially if you have little girls, pay attention to your children. Pay attention to your kids. Look for the signs because child abuse, sexual abuse, and kids is real and they are very much visible. You can tell. Start paying attention to your children. Start talking to your children. Stop letting any and everybody around your children. I am 38 years old and I live alone because I'm raising a black daughter myself. And I don't just let anybody in my house around my daughter because I know that this type of stuff goes on. And like I mentioned before, I'm a victim. I don't allow anybody around my daughter. And we have talks every day. If someone touch you, say something to you, offer you anything, you run and you tell. We have to start talking to our children. Because that young girl is supposed to be alive. Her life was cut too short because of irresponsible people. This is sickening, and I'm going to be following this case, and I pray that he gets what he needs to get. Justice definitely needs to be served on his behalf, and I'm praying to the higher ups that this man stays in jail and never gets out. And I'm also praying for his children. Mm. I'm going to end this live, and I pray that like I said, I pray that her body is found. And that's all I got to say. I haven't even been able to sleep just thinking about her. I don't even know her. I can't sleep. I can't think, function because this could have been my child, but it's not. But that's somebody's baby. That's a baby. It seems though a public figure, other people are more worried about her than her own family. Let's find this baby and lay her to rest. And let's learn from her situation. Stop bringing these men around your children, especially if you don't know them.